Yep, Independence is a vibe. I'm Travis.
And I'm Chris.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video.
And don't forget to catch us on Instagram and on YouTube.
Because you know Independence is a vibe.
Yeah, that's right. Because y'all know Independence is a vibe.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we changed it up a little bit. Because obviously, I can't hold in my laughter. So.
Sometimes you gotta laugh to keep from crying.
And sometimes you gotta laugh because that's what gets people's attention.
Right.
It does. So y'all know we always got a topic for y'all. And so today's topic is... Oh, okay. As soon as I remember what it is. What to do about burnout, mentally and physically, when you're dealing with a disability. Yeah.
That's a good one.
One of them kind of topics.
Yeah, that's a good one.
See, I think that everybody, faces burnout at some time in their life, right?
Yeah, just about in every aspect of life, really.
Right. Because burnout comes from, you either doing too much or you got a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I know it's like, well, that's the same thing. No, it's not. Because you could be chilling, but life around you is too much for you personally. You know what I'm saying?
Or if you're doing like repetitive things.
That too.
That could burn you out real fast.
Yeah. And when you disabled, especially with like physical stuff, when you got a physical disability,
mm-hmm.
I think burnout happens more than it should.
Yeah.
And I know that able-bodied people be like, well, we face things too. I'm not saying y'all don't. I'm not saying y'all don't.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But physically and mentally, you can get burnt out. That's my whole point. You can get burnt out. So this episode is what to do when you deal with burnout. And again, y'all know we always come from our personal experiences.
Yeah.
So, I get it kicked off, right? I'll tell y'all a time when I was burnt out, but I didn't know it,
mm-hmm.
right? Because that's another thing, too. You have to realize when you done had enough. Sometimes people don't know. Like, they don't know that I'm dealing with too much.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So, this particular incident happened when I was working, right? So, I'm at work.
Gotta get in the camera. Get in the camera.
Oh, I didn't realize I was out. Appreciate it. I'm at work, and we had a new manager. I ain't gonna name drop, but we had a new manager, and she was throwing a lot of stuff at the workers.
Mm-hmm.
She had people doing things that wasn't part of it wasn't part of your job description, right? So like with me, for instance, she had me go and clean up under the jury counter.
Yeah.
Right? But the door was locked. I don't know if y'all ever seen the jury counter like in the store, like a public place. Mm-hmm. The door is like, maybe, you got about this much space between the floor and the door. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, the alarm is turned off. Can you slide under the door and clean the frame on the jury case?
Mm-hmm.
Now, people might say, well, maybe she didn't know, she's new. Maybe she didn't know you had a disability. Y'all, I was standing up, moving, walking back and forth.
She saw it.
In my section, which was by the TVs. So she knew I was disabled.
Mm-hmm.
It did not matter.
Right.
So, but me being me, like I'm a person, if you give me something to do, I'm going to try my best to do it because I do like to challenge myself. But I also like to let people know, like, you could try to break me, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I slid got on my stomach and crawled, like army crawl, up underneath the door. And I cleaned the frames that she was talking about underneath the bottom of the jury counter, like the legs that hold the counter up.
Yeah.
Right? I cleaned it. My coworkers who was coming in the building at that time was like, man, what are you doing? Because a lot of them, we had been working together for years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they knew, like that I'm disabled. They're like, man, what you doing? Right? And I'm like, man, she want me to clean under the jury counter, so I did it. Man, my coworkers went to her. A bunch of them. Like, they like, man, what are you doing? That boy can't. They went off. And she was like, y'all, I understand y'all protective of Chris. I love him too. But he have to do different things than what he does. And they was like, man, you tripping. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but we found out later she actually got sent there to try to shut the store down. And they wanted all of us out for good.
Dang.
So her method was, if I can put enough pressure on everybody, they'll quit.
Trying to weed y'all out.
Yeah. Starting with me. because she did let it slip a couple times that she think that I'm more of a liability than an asset to this company.
Oh man.
You know,
Sounds like a lawsuit.
She said it in a different set of words, but you get the point. So
Sounds like a lawsuit to me.
that's what everybody kept telling me. I'm like, but I didn't hear her say it, so I can't. You see what I'm saying?
It don't matter.
Trying to say it don't matter. But yeah.
Straight for the judges.
I should have went for it. But so yeah, during that time, every time I came to work, you know, it was always, you know, a lot of extra jobs and stuff being handed to me like soon as I hit the door. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that, you know, some stuff made sense and some stuff just didn't make no sense. Why I gotta walk all the way to the back of the store to get stuff that I don't normally like never handle? Why would you?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, you know, and at that time, like, y'all know working retail is a physical job. It's not a chill and relax kind of job. Which I was cool with the physical part of it. Like I said, I worked with TV, so I was always moving stuff around. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But she started adding things that just it just didn't make no sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's when the physical burnout started happening. But the mental burnout hit me first. Because when you dealing with somebody and you gotta hold back your tongue from saying the wrong thing.
Yeah, I think that always comes first, the mental.
Yeah.
Because that'd be the tough part right there.
Yeah, because you want to go off, but then you like, nah, because, you know what I'm saying, I represent God on my job, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to get out of character. And it was hard, because I slipped a couple of times.
Sometimes you want to be like, you know what, God, I'm going to be right back. And, you know what I'm saying?
Can you just stay outside the office, Lord, and let me
just go around the corner right quick.
Yeah, take a walk for a second. You know, but God is not a backseat person.
Yeah.
You know, wherever we at, he right there.
Right.
So it was hard, and I had to ask God to forgive me for some things. But when I was burnt out, mentally and physically, right, I never caught that I'm burnt out. I'm tired. I done had too much. You know what I'm saying? It's too much. I never realized it. So one day after work, I got home, and I was home by myself, right? And I'm at home, and I'm like, man, something feel different. It just, I feel heavy. I don't feel like me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I literally just, you know, had a conversation with God like I do. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all prayer is talking to God. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking to God, and I'm like, man, this is different for me. I don't understand this heaviness that I feel. I don't understand, like, being this mad, this at this level. Like, I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And God was like, you need to rest. Straight up. And I was like, man, what? I mean, I'm laying on the couch, like, you know, trying to watch a little TV or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, that ain't the rest I'm talking about. He said, you need to get in my presence. Just like that. So I shut the TV off and started praying, you know, put on some praise and worship music, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I did it. I got in his presence.
Yeah.
And everything that was on me lifted. And I'm like, but I got to go back to work tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I got to go back to work tomorrow.
Experience the same thing over again, huh?
Right. So I'm like, you know, and God told me, he said, number one, always remember that you are in control of how you feel. Nobody can make you feel anything that you do not want to feel.
Mm-hmm.
If you decide, man, I'm not being mad today, I don't care what you do, then you won't be mad. You know, now I'm not talking about like if somebody get physical with me, you know what I'm saying? That's a whole different.
Yeah, that's different.
But I mean, if it's just words, it's like it's just words. I'm not.
Right.
You dumb. I know I'm not dumb. It don't matter what you think.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So I learned, like, you know, the first thing is, you know, stay in control of yourself. Don't let them pull you out of character.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The second thing, remember who you connected to.
Right.
You know, I know everybody is not religious. I'm not religious, but I do have a relationship with God, and I have to remember that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? God, you blessed me with this job, so I am doing this job for you. I'm not doing it for them. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing it for the money, of course, but I'm doing this for you. I asked for a job, and you blessed me with one, so I'm doing this for you. You know, and that helped me to not be angry all the time when I'm at work. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Third thing is, like, sometimes you can't take a break. when you going through stuff. You can't take a break. But you can, like, mentally distance yourself, if that make any sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? For me, I just put my mind on something else. The boss right there talking to me, I hear her. You know what I'm saying? And when she's done talking, everything she said got dismissed. I'm just like, okay, yeah, cool. She like, so you gonna do that for me? I'm like, yes, ma'am. I'll get right on it. And she'll walk away, and I'm like,
change your mindset, huh?
And I remember what she was saying for me to do,
Yeah.
and I just went right to doing it. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like the way she was talking to me and all of the, loud and crazy talk, I'm too grown to be entertained by that. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, maybe she ain't grow up yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's it. I had to realize, like, she's my boss, but she has a place too. So in my mind, I don't have to give you the place where it's like you're just so much big and you're so over me. No, you're my boss, but that's it. You're not my mama. You're not my daddy. You're not somebody I should be afraid of. I'm not.
Right.
No. You see what I'm saying? And even if you were somebody I should be afraid of, that's still my choice. So once I realized them three things, I was just like, oh, cool. So I don't have to go to work and be tired even before I get there, knowing I'm going to deal with craziness. It's like, no, you're going to deal with some craziness, but you don't have to let it affect you. And I'm like, Lord, you know you good, boy.
Yeah, I kind of dealt with the same thing, similar to what you was, talking about at a job, you know what I'm saying, with my boss was basically giving me work that was like basically impossible for me to like finish in the course of a day, of my shift or whatever.
Yeah.
I was asking my coworkers, like, is he making y'all do this? And they was like, nah.
Oh, wow.
It's like, what they got you doing? And I told them, it's like, dang. So, it just made me feel like I was being targeted because I was in a wheelchair, So, like you was saying, my mental was taking a toll, man. I wanted to just go off sometimes, but, like you was saying, you gotta, start talking to God. And that's what I did. And I was like, man, just please remove me from the situation. And that's what happened. And it felt like a big weight was lifted off me when it happened.
See, like in my situation, it's like she got moved before I did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I got moved first, but I mean, it still didn't matter.
Right, long as movement was happening,
right,
that's it.
Yeah.
Long as movement was happening, that's it. And God told me something, man. He said, sometimes I don't change your situation, I change you in the situation. And I was like, man, that don't seem fair. You see what I'm saying? And he told me just like that. He said, look at your legs. I was like, oh, we ain't got to go there. We know. You and me both know about my legs. Okay.
Yeah.
He said, nah, what I want you to understand is I have changed your legs from the time you was a baby till now. I've changed them.
Yeah.
But I haven't changed them at the rate that you want. But I have changed you. All these years, I have been working on you. And I was like, that's one of them you got to sit back and think about it. You're like, wow.
Yeah.
And like I say, stuff became different for me because I started seeing it different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's when I learned that I can't say it don't matter what you go through, because some stuff is bad. It's heavy. You know what I'm saying? But burnout is caused because either you're in a situation that you can't change and you feel like I can't deal with this. When the actual reality of it is, you can. You can deal with it. See, people say, well, God ain't going to put more on you than you can handle. That's not in the Bible. It sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds good.
But it's not in there.
Yeah.
What the Bible says is, he will lift up a standard if the enemy come against you. It say that he's a present help in a time of need. So if you need him in that moment, he will be there.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? And sometimes all you need to know is somebody is here for me. Once you figure that out, you like, man, it don't matter. I ain't in it by myself. That's all that matters.
That's it.
As long as I'm not by myself, I'm good.
All right.
So, I mean, burnout happens. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it happens because stuff is out of your control. You know what I'm saying? But when that happens, you got to be able to step back and look at the situation.
Yeah, I think it's always good to step back and just, you know what, don't let it affect you.
Mm-hmm.
I know it might be easier said than done sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You just gotta stay strong and fight through it,
Mm-hmm.
Just have like some people in your corner you can talk to.
Yep. I would also say, too, like, if you know the situation you about to go into is going to be very stressful, whether it's work or a relationship at home that you're going to deal with every day. See what I'm saying? If you know it's going to be stressful, I would literally tell myself, like, I don't have to say nothing to this person, but God, anything that I want to, like, whatever I want to say to them, I'm going to direct it at God. But then, too, I'm going to put myself in that person's shoes. And this is just something that like, I kind of developed during the years I was working. It's like taking my mind and saying, okay, if I was this person, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would make me come at somebody the way this person is coming at me?
Yeah.
Because I realized, like, in the work situation, right? Yeah, she was a manager. You know what I'm saying? She didn't have to talk to people nasty. But at the same time, maybe her boss that's over her is handling her bad. And she a person that can't deal with pressure. So she explodes on the people around her who happens to be her team.
So hurt people hurt people.
Right. See what I'm saying? Maybe her training said, when you go to work, don't be friendly. They need to know you ain't the one to play with. So maybe that was her way of showing us, like, I'm the boss and don't play with me. Even though there's other ways to do that, but I get it. Because I'm not a manager. I'm not dealing with the people that you have to deal with that we don't ever see. I'm not that person.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of being mad with her, I started thinking maybe she needs some mercy. In life, I needed mercy and grace too. So maybe if I don't respond to her the same way everybody else at work responds to her, maybe God will get a hold of her. Maybe she'll see something in me that'll cause her to change. I don't know.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. She didn't slack up on, like, the work task and stuff like that. But I could see her talking to somebody else crazy. Then she come to me and she just so calm. I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know. But man, yeah. That's another thing too. When you go through hard times, sometimes that teaches you something that you wouldn't have learned without going through that difficult time.
Yeah.
Like I say, this about dealing with burnout. You know what I'm saying? And it can sneak up on you.
You definitely learn patience.
Oh yeah, you got to be patient.
Yeah.
And patience is not something you just born with.
Nah, that come over time.
Right.
Different situations you go through.
Now, I want to touch on something like physical burnout, right? Because that's an issue too. What if you're in a situation where you can't stop, but you are physically just burnt out? You cannot handle no more.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what do you do? You know what I'm saying? Of course, the answer really just keep going. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't have times where I was physically so tired I couldn't move no more.
Yeah.
I just had to sit down where I was, just sit there, just you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, they like, bro, what you doing? Like, you good? I'm like, nah, man, I ain't good. I'm too tired.
Yeah.
They're like, man, go take a break. I'm like, man, I can't. The break room is way, it's way over there. I'm just, give me a minute. And I would say, man, if you're a person with a physical disability, don't be afraid to tell somebody, look, I need a minute, dog.
Yeah.
This is, you ain't got to get all personal. Your business is your business. But don't be afraid to tell somebody, man, hey, I got to stop right here.
Yeah. Sometimes, that pride, you don't be wanting to ask for help.
Yeah.
But sometimes you got to get over that, you just ask for it.
Yeah. Because it's too easy to put yourself, like, in a bad situation when all you had to do was say, I need some help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I get it. not wanting nobody to look like they gotta adjust things for you and they gotta treat you differently and all of this stuff. But sometimes, I mean, you know what I'm saying, you need the help. You need the help.
Yeah.
And that's another thing too. Like, sometimes you get burnt out because you put too much expectations on yourself. You know what I'm saying? But if you mentally go ahead and just admit, I can't do it alone.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta say it out loud, just to yourself. I know I ain't gonna be able to handle this. Not today. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So when I clock in, or when I go around them family members and friends, or whenever wherever you go, hey, it's a rough day today, y'all. I might need y'all to help me on this one. You know what I'm saying? This is, I don't know, today just different.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can't explain what's going on. You just know something going on,
That's it.
Yeah. Pay attention to you. How you feel mentally, physically, like, you know what I'm saying? Do you feel like you? Because you should know what you feel like on a good day. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes it's just good to go for a walk, too.
You need to change the scenery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's always good, Get out into nature,
Yep. Because, see, physical movement have health boost to it, too. But also, like you said, getting out in nature. You know what I'm saying? Getting that sun shining on your skin. All of that's helpful.
Sit next to some water.
That, too.
They help me a lot.
Yeah. And water is very calming.
Yeah.
So if your life is chaotic, you know what I'm saying? Like you say, go sit next to some water. Preferably outside.
Right.
Because somebody might be like, well, I could sit next to the tub and let the water run. It's like, yeah, that
ain't the same.
I get the point, but nah, you know what I'm
that
saying?
ocean water.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you can't get to the ocean, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you close to a river or a levee or something.
Lake,
Lake, yeah.
It don't matter. Get in the pool.
That too. You know what I'm saying? Find a way to relax.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times when you're burnt out, you're just not relaxed.
That's it.
But what causes you to not be relaxed is you might be handling too much.
Yeah.
But yeah. Also too, like physical burnout, you know what I'm saying? If you're able to do some exercises, maybe your muscles ain't built up enough.
That helps out too.
Yeah, I've experienced that with my legs multiple times.
Yeah. I think exercising always helps to relieve stress.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get rid of some tension.
Because you got, when you exercise, you got to put your mind somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like I say, movement helps you focus.
Yep. Yeah, y'all let us know how y'all handle burnout.
Right. Let us know about some situations that had you facing burnout.
Yeah. Or some tips that you may know, that we don't know.
Right. Because we don't know everything.
Right.
We still learning too.
Right. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video.
Yeah. And don't forget to catch us next week. And we out.
Stay tuned. Peace.